Hey y'all, welcome back to What I'm On Today. Today we're going to talk about FOMO, so stay tuned.
Hopped over the baby fence, doing her things again, chasing the ladies' hips, drive about 86, Uber here from the stick, don't bring you no baby stick, DC don't be playing that shit, I was from out of town, I was new out of bounds, came with the minis.
Hey y'all, welcome back to What I'm On Today. My name is Lakia Chanel, and today we're going to be talking about FOMO, fear of missing out. I want to make this bag tag for anyone who wants to do it, but I am going to link a couple of people below because I want to know 5 bags that you purchased because of FOMO, and are those bags still in your collection, and what are your thoughts? Were they worth the hype? So I'm going to start in with my 5 FOMO bags. And let's be honest, guys, if you've been following this channel, you know that there are probably way more than 5. But these ones I feel like are the ones that were giving me all types of heartburn. And we're going to talk about it, and we're going to see if they were actually worth the hype. And these are going to be in no particular order. The first bag on this list is going to be my Coach Quilted Tabby backpack. You guys know that I purchased 2 of these, the dragon fruit one and this one, and I ended up obviously keeping this one. This was definitely a bag that I was so scared was going to sell out. There was so much hype around the bag. Perhaps I created the hype for myself around the bag, but this is definitely one of the bags that was FOMO. And I will say that I do not regret this purchase at all. This was one, I think I had to pay full price for this, but it is so cute. I still really enjoy wearing this bag, and it was definitely worth the $4.95 for sure. So I would say check mark, the FOMO was real, and for me this was absolutely worth it. The next bag on that list is going to be my forever bag, the Holy Grail. This is the Chanel Jumbo, and this was 21, I could be lying, it might have been 21p, 21 something, and this gray and gold was coming out, and you had to be on a wait list to get it, and I was just so, I was literally stalking down my essay. She said it was going to be available in 3 weeks. I'm stalking her down week 2, let her know I'm still interested. Week 3, week 4. This was just outrageous. I ended up obviously getting the bag. And you guys know how I feel about this bag. I feel like this is going to stay in the collection. However, you know, it's definitely not my most worn bag by any stretch of the imagination. The FOMO was definitely real. I'm going to say that it was worth it only because I feel like if I did not have it, there would be like a lot of regret there, right? And so I wouldn't know that I didn't really need it unless I actually had it. So this is a weird one, but I'm going to say it was worth-ish the FOMO only because I would have always still wanted it. And so I'm glad to have been my to get it like from the boutique, brand new, when it came out, in this colorway. The next bag is my Coach Quilted Tabby in the denim in the size 26. So now this was crazy. Like, the FOMO was insane. If you guys remember, during this time, I think I bought this one, I bought another denim one, and I was going back and forth over the sizes. So glad that I have the size 26 in here. And this actually worked out because I think that this one like totally sold out, never to come back again. The denim one in the indigo is back, but I don't think that you can get this again if you wanted to. Check me if I'm wrong. So for me, was the FOMO worth it? Yes. This was an amazing price bag. I think this was $5.50 if I'm not mistaken. It is denim. It is literally an all-year bag for me. It fits a great amount of things, and so I would absolutely say that this particular bag was indeed worth the FOMO. The next bag is going to be my Louis Vuitton Pochette accessoire. So some think of this as a small leather good. To me, it's a small leather good slash bag. I've worn it as both, and I purchased this in, I believe it was 2020. If you recall, in 2020, this was all the rave. You had to have this bag. They were going to be discontinuing the Pochette accessoire. And I remember picking this up, and I got it from the Louis Vuitton website for $600. And at the time I'm like, okay, that's kind of expensive, but also it's going to be discontinued. No one can get this bag. And maybe I'm lying. Maybe it wasn't going to be discontinued, but maybe it was a bag that was just so freaking hard to get. And so I was stalking this down to the ground. When it became available, I just purchased it. And I remember my husband being like, why do you have this bag? And I didn't wear it for the longest time because I was going to give it to my mom. And then I ended up getting like her, like the Crochet, the Louis Vuitton Crochet bag, which was much better than this one. And so I just never took it back. I just always kept it. And I didn't do anything with it for the longest time. And then I started using it on vacation, and I started using it as a catch-all in all of my bags, probably almost like a year later after I purchased it. So if you would have asked me that first year that I actually purchased this bag, was it worth it? I would probably say no, because I literally did not use it. For the last 4 years, I think I've had this bag. Is it worth it? Yeah. This is probably my most worn accessory and bag, period. Because this is literally the catch-all that goes into everything. So I love this. I think this is like super expensive now, or maybe they don't make this anymore and it's like a chain or something. Either way, this little $600, I have definitely gotten my cost per wear plus some times some for this. So the FOMO was actually very real and warranted for this bag. This is going to be the next bag. This is my Coach Empire bag, and I literally purchased this 100% because of FOMO. You guys were on this journey with me as I was going through the process of getting this bag, so you already know. And if you don't know, click up here, check out my video about this bag and just going back and forth. The FOMO was just so intense and so real on this bag. This bag is $6.95. It's a pretty large bag. It's leather. It's very well made. And I really felt like I was going to be missing out. And this, I think Coach still does not have this particular colorway in the size 40 available, but Dillard's does, if you guys are looking for this. The retail stores, for some reason, or department stores, always have random Coach things that should be at the Coach store. I will say that the FOMO wasn't worth it for this bag for me. And not that this isn't like a really good bag. It is just a bag, and it does what it does in my collection, but I feel like I have other bags, i.e. my Rogue in the size 39, that could have definitely like fit the feel of this, and I didn't need to add like another bag in the collection just to get this vibe. So I think if I would not have gotten the bag, if I would have returned it, which I probably should have returned it, then I should have returned it. I should have returned it, and I don't think I would have missed this in my collection, to be quite honest with you. Now that it's here, it's past the return date, I've worn it several times, it's a good bag. But is it a bag that I need? Is it a bag that like was worth the $700 based on the other bags that I have in my collection? Honestly, I would have to say no for this bag. So this was not worth the FOMO for me. I am adding one last FOMO bag in here, although I mentioned there's probably many. And this is the Crystal Prada re-edition. I got this in 2022, and it was totally sold out everywhere in the United States at the time. And you guys know during that time, like, this bag was just all the rave. All the girlies had it, you know. And so when I went there over and I saw it in the Prada store, they had totally all different types of colors of this bag. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's here. Like, I need to get it. Like, it is totally sold out in the United States. I won't be able to get my hands on it again. I gotta have it, because clearly, like, I need to be wearing rhinestones everywhere that I go. Like, it's gonna be a used bag in my collection. And so I jumped on it. I got it for a really good price. At the time, I think it was $1,400 or $1,500 euro, and then I was able to get $200-300 off of it. So I got it for like a really good price. So definitely cheaper than I would have paid in the United States. I've worn this bag, I think, 2 times since 2022. So in 3 years, I've worn this bag 2 full times. It is a beautiful bag, but y'all, was it worth the hype for me? No. And I'm going to say no, not yet, because who knows? Y'all know how I do. 3 years later, this might be the most worn bag in my collection. I can't see it, but I don't know what might happen. But I will say that this was absolutely like not worth the FOMO. But it's a beautiful bag to look at. But in terms of use, I have definitely not gotten anywhere near my cost per wear on this baby. So those are some of the bags in my collection that are definite FOMO bags. That some were absolutely worth it, some absolutely were not worth it at all. What is this here to teach me? This is here to teach me to slow my roll and slow down. There are so many things that come out. Everything is so hyped and you're so excited about it. But one of the things that I will say is, like, if I give myself time and I think about things, it allows me to make a better decision. And when I want things for a long time, several months, and I'm still thinking about it and it doesn't change on my list, those are things that I want to like jump on, because I feel like those are things that I actually really, really want. And it's not a hype thing. It's just like these things are like catching my eye and I really, really like them because I keep thinking about them. So I am excited to see everybody who does this video. Please tag me in this video. I cannot wait to watch all of them. I want to know your FOMO bags and if they were worth it. Thanks again for spending another day with what I'm on today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.